Most people think starting a company in Antigua and Barbuda is complicated, slow, and only meant for lawyers or offshore experts. And because of that belief, they never even start. But here's the truth no one tells you. The process is actually very structured, and once you understand it step by step, you can legally register a company much faster than expected. But here's the real problem. Most delays don't happen because the system is difficult. They happen because people skip small but critical steps, or they choose the wrong company structure at the beginning. So in this video, you are going to learn the complete step-by-step process to start a company in Antigua and Barbuda in 2026. And stay with me, because in a few minutes I'll show you the one mistake that causes most applications to get delayed or rejected without people even realizing it. Now, let's start from the foundation. Before you register anything in Antigua and Barbuda, you need to understand the business structures available. This is where most beginners make their first mistake. And that mistake can affect taxes, banking approval, and even how smoothly your company operates internationally. In Antigua and Barbuda, the most common structures include local companies, international business companies often called EBCs, and limited liability companies. Each structure serves a different purpose depending on your business goals. Let's make this simple. If someone like John in St. John's wants to open a small local shop or service business, a local company structure might be enough. It is straightforward and designed for domestic operations. But now imagine someone like Alex, who wants to run an online consulting business targeting clients in the US, Europe, or multiple regions. In that case, an international business company, or an LLC structure, is often preferred because it offers flexibility, simplified international operations, and potential tax advantages depending on how it is structured. Now here's where it gets interesting. In a minute, I'll explain how choosing the wrong structure can silently create problems when you try to open a business bank account, even if your company is legally registered. Now let's move to the first official step. Step 1 is choosing and reserving your company name. In Antigua and Barbuda, company names are typically registered through the Corporate and Intellectual Property Office or the relevant registry authority handling business incorporation. Your company name must be unique and cannot be identical or too similar to an existing registered business. If it conflicts with another name, your application will be rejected or sent back for revision. So the process starts with a name search. You submit your proposed name, and the registry checks availability. Once approved, your name is reserved for a specific period while you complete the incorporation process. Now here's a mistake many beginners make. They rush this step and choose names based only on personal preference. For example, someone might choose a name that sounds good locally but does not work well internationally. That becomes a problem later when they try to attract global clients or open international banking services. And here's a retention moment for you. In a few minutes I'll show you how your company name can influence trust with banks and payment providers, especially if you plan to operate globally. Now once your name is reserved, you move to incorporation. This is the stage where your company becomes a legal entity. To incorporate a company in Antigua and Barbuda, you need to prepare legal documents. These typically include articles of incorporation or memorandum, and articles of association, details of directors and shareholders, a registered office address, and your share structure. Let's break this down simply. Your articles of incorporation define how your company operates legally. It explains your business purpose, governance rules, and structure. Your directors are the individuals responsible for managing the company. In small businesses, this is often just the founder. Your shareholders are the owners of the company. If you own everything, you are the sole shareholder. Your registered office is the official legal address in Antigua and Barbuda where official notices are sent. Now here's where most people get stuck. They assume incorporation requires complex legal drafting or expensive legal teams. But in reality, most standard company formations follow predefined templates. The real challenge is accuracy, not complexity. But here's the catch. Even small mistakes like incorrect passport details, inconsistent names, or missing signatures can delay the entire process. And this is where many applicants lose time without realizing it. Not because the system is slow, but because details matter more than people expect. Now, let's move forward. In Antigua and Barbuda, Many international business structures require a registered agent. This is a licensed professional or company that acts as an intermediary between you and the government. They handle submission of documents, communication with authorities, and ensure your application meets legal requirements. Now here's where it gets interesting. Many beginners try to save money by choosing the cheapest agent they can find online. But poor quality agents often cause delays, incomplete filings, or compliance issues that slow everything down. So choosing the right agent is not optional. It directly affects how smoothly your company gets approved. Now, once your documents are prepared and submitted, the registry reviews your application. If everything is correct, your company is approved, and you receive your certificate of incorporation. This is the official legal proof that your company exists in Antigua and Barbuda. Now, pause here for a second, because this is important. At this stage, many people think they are ready to start operating immediately. But they are missing critical steps required for full business functionality, especially for banking and tax compliance. And in a moment, I'll show you what happens if you try to open a bank account without completing those steps properly. Now let's talk about taxation. Antigua and Barbuda is known for having attractive tax structures for certain types of international companies. In many cases, IBCs operating outside the local economy may benefit from simplified tax obligations or exemptions, depending on their structure and activities. But here's the important part. This does not mean zero responsibility everywhere. If you operate internationally, you may still have tax obligations in the countries where your clients are located. So you cannot assume that offshore registration removes all tax responsibilities. It simply changes where and how obligations apply. Now here's a curiosity loop. In a few minutes, I'll show you how tax residency rules can still affect your company, even if it is legally registered in Antigua and Barbuda. Now let's move to one of the most important steps: opening a business bank account. Once your company is incorporated, you will need a corporate bank account to operate professionally. Banks will require incorporation documents, identification of directors and shareholders, proof of address, and sometimes a clear explanation of your business model. Now here's the problem many people face. They assume that having a registered company guarantees bank approval. But banks operate under strict compliance rules. If your business activity is unclear or your documentation is inconsistent, your application can be delayed or rejected. Let's take an example. Imagine Alex opens a digital marketing company in Antigua and Barbuda. If Alex cannot clearly explain how clients are acquired, how payments are processed, and what services are offered, the bank may hesitate. So clarity is essential, not complexity. Now let's move into licensing. Depending on your business type, additional approvals may be required. For example, businesses in finance, insurance, tourism, or import-export may require extra regulatory permissions. Antigua and Barbuda is a tourism-driven economy, so hospitality-related businesses may also need local approvals. Now here's where things become long-term. After incorporation, your company must remain compliant. This includes annual renewals, maintaining proper records, and updating any changes in structure or ownership. If you fail to maintain compliance, your company can be struck off the registry. And restoring it later is often more expensive and time-consuming than doing things correctly from the start. So consistency matters more than speed. Now let's talk about timeline and cost. Company formation in Antigua and Barbuda can be relatively efficient if all documents are accurate and submitted correctly. Delays usually happen when information is missing or inconsistent. Costs vary depending on structure type, registered agent services, and additional compliance requirements. But here's the key insight most people miss. The biggest factor affecting speed is not the government process. It is preparation quality. Now let's cover common mistakes. One major mistake is choosing a business structure without considering banking requirements. Another is submitting incomplete or inconsistent documents. Another is ignoring tax obligations after incorporation. And another big one is assuming offshore registration removes all global responsibilities. And here's the mistake I promised earlier. Many entrepreneurs successfully register their company, but fail at the banking stage because they cannot clearly explain their business model or provide consistent documentation. Even a legally registered company can struggle if it does not pass compliance checks. So registration is only the beginning. Now let's bring everything together. To start a company in Antigua and Barbuda, you begin by selecting the right structure. Then you reserve your company name. After that, you prepare incorporation documents and submit them through a registered agent. Once approved, you receive your certificate of incorporation. Then you register for tax if applicable, open a business bank account with complete documentation, and apply for any required licenses. Finally, you maintain compliance through annual filings and proper record keeping. That is the full legal roadmap. And here is the most important takeaway. Starting a company is not just about registration. It is about building a structure that supports banking, compliance, and long-term international operations. If you understand the process early, you avoid delays, banking issues, and legal complications later. And now you have a complete step-by-step guide to starting a company in Antigua and Barbuda in 2026, with clarity and confidence. If you found this useful, like the video, leave a comment about what kind of business you are planning to start, and subscribe because in the next guide, I'll show you how to get your first international clients even if you are starting from zero.